I am here in beautiful Crested Butte, Colorado, getting in some amazing trail running here. And I've actually been working with a lot of new runners these days. And I wanted to film a video talking about if I were starting my running journey now, what would I do knowing everything I know now after running for about 27 years and having about 15 years of coaching experience? Here's what I would do. Number one, I would focus on frequency, not running 2 times a week or even 3 times a week. I would try to run 5 times a week, but keep them really short. You know, maybe 15 or 20 minutes on the low end. Maybe you get up to 30 minutes if you can. Certainly take some walk breaks if you need to, but getting into the habit of consistently training, consistently running, I think is very important. And especially when you're a new runner, you're gonna gain a lot of efficiency gains when you frequently run, because after all, running is a skill. It's a coordinated athletic movement. And the more that you can practice that, the more you can expose your body to it, the more economy and efficiency that you're gonna build over time. The other thing that I would do is I would run strides very regularly too, with the caveat that I probably wouldn't start them until maybe 2 to 3 weeks into my running career, because you're probably going to be a little sore. I remember when I first started running, I couldn't finish a 2.9 mile run. I had to walk part of it, and I was sore for about 2 weeks afterward. And I remember my coach telling me at the time, that's a little excessive. You're not gonna feel that all the time, but you will always feel something. So after those first couple weeks is when you can start strides. Now, when you're a new runner, you can also take some liberties with strides. You don't have to run them as formally as a pro runner or collegiate track athlete or something like that. Really, it's just exposure to faster running. You don't have to run very fast. You certainly don't have to run as fast as you can. Just get in the habit of maybe twice a week, stretching the legs out a little bit and getting into a faster pace. It might be what feels like maybe a 5K race effort. It might just mean a little bit faster than what you normally do when you're out there for a comfortable, conversational, easy run. The point isn't performance. The point is simply exposure to faster running so that you gradually get more comfortable with it. And after a couple months, we can start to think about speeding up the strides, doing longer strides, doing uphill strides, maybe introducing some hill sprints to the equation. We could do a lot of different things, but when we're first starting, just do some easy 20-second pickups. Don't have to be at any individual pace, nothing specific, but let's expose ourselves to that speed. I have upgraded my daily greens mix. You have to try how good Previnex's Gut and Greens Superfoods mix is. It tastes way better than my last greens mix, and I'm so happy to have made the switch. Now, not just because it tastes better, but because it has twice the fiber, it has clinically proven ingredients that help with digestion and gut health, and it actually has fewer ingredients. And this is actually a good thing. My last greens mix had dozens and dozens of greens in it, but in such tiny quantities that you're not getting much out of it. I'd rather focus on quality over quantity. And like everything from Previnex, they have clinically studied ingredients that are going to help with your GI system, your digestion. It's gonna reduce inflammation and really help with your gut health. So thank you, Previnex, for using clinically verified ingredients. You gotta check out their amazing apple flavor on Previnex.com. And if you want 20% off, use code JASONGREENS. And by the way, for every order, Previnex donates a bottle of multivitamins to kids in need. So thank you, Previnex. New runners are also most limited by their aerobic development. And the best way to build aerobic fitness as a runner is to run more. However, new runners also can't run a lot because the injury risk of that is going to be substantially higher because they're new. They're not conditioned for all that impact. So one of the best ways to bridge the gap between what you're currently able to do and maybe what you'd like to do in the future is with some aerobic cross training. You can basically complete a high mileage program without actually running high mileage because you're doing a lot of cross training. Now, this probably is not the best option long term, especially if you're really interested in performance. However, for the new runner, I think it's fantastic. It's also a really helpful strategy for anyone who wants to build more aerobic fitness without the stress of more running. So try to get on the bike, the elliptical, pool running, aqua jogging, and try to get in maybe another couple hours per week. And your aerobic fitness is really going to start to take off. And that's certainly going to translate into better running performances for you too. The last really important thing that I will focus on if I were starting to run today is I would sandwich all of my runs in between a dynamic warm-up of dynamic flexibility exercises and maybe some light strength work and a post-run core or strength workout. And this is really going to help set the foundation of getting stronger, of recognizing that we're not just runners, we are athletes that specialize in running. And that's a lesson that I wish I had picked up on earlier in my running career, because I would have not exclusively focused on my running, I would have focused on a lot of other things too, like strength training. So if you are starting to run, one of the things you'll notice is all of these tips set the foundation. We are building good habits. So if you're a new runner, build those good habits, and a year from now, you're not even going to recognize how good you are.